Hey gang, welcome back to Inverted Pursuits Laboratory. This week we're actually going to be taking a look at a new product. So we've done a lot of work with the egg timer systems here on the channel, and we've been making all sorts of cool equipment to help support it. So we went a step further. Last fall we worked with, not egg timer, but Featherweight to develop the capsule that holds their Featherweight mid tracker. Honestly, I'm just used to calling it the Featherweight tracker capsule. So this little capsule that could hold that. But I also do so much work with egg timer in my personal flight that I was like, you know what? I want one of these that can hold my egg timer. So I designed and built one that can hold the EggFinder Mini. So when you're doing tracking on min diameter, this just like the Featherweight can fit inside a 38mm diameter tube, you'll be able to have tracking on a lot of your small small rockets. So this is of course a prototype print, so it looks really rough around the edges. If you're looking at this is not how the final ones will turn out. This is a prototype, and so it was printed at the highest speed and lowest quality. But let's go ahead and take a look at what will come in this kit. So this kit will come with 3 printed parts. I'm not going to disconnect my EggFinder Mini from this at the moment. It's got 2 440 screws that hold the EggFinder Mini on. It will have 2 additional 440 screws for the purposes of being used with this screw switch that will be included in the kit. You'll get 2 3/8 screws and 6 1/2-inch screws. All of these are number 4. So the way this this capsule works, is that we mount our EggFinder on here. You would use different wiring than this because this isn't the way I tend to fly my EggFinder. I'd set up a dedicated rig for this. It's the only Mini I have. I'm not going to modify all the electronics on this just for this demo. Sorry guys. I still need to be able to use this in about 2 weeks. So you'll need to buy a battery. My recommendation is the Tattoo 1-cell 3.7 volt 380 milliamp hour battery. This little guy fits perfectly inside here, and for like $10 you can get like 5 of them, I think. I'll have a link on the posting. I'll also put a link down in the description below you guys can take a look at, but this is designed to fit like perfectly down inside here. You might need to change out the kind of connector you've got on there to be what you want, but I definitely recommend you put a connector in there to be able to remove your battery. This whole system goes together pretty straightforward. Your screw switch will mount here at the back. I'm going to go ahead and set this on top, and the 2 440 screws will get used to hold it down. Now, as far as wiring goes, it's being left up to you, the flyer, as to how you want to wire this. So you can wire your hot or your ground through the screw switch cover. I highly recommend you use some thinner wire than what I've got on here. This is way thicker than what I need, but I was using a 2S on my tracker in the past. For a 1S you can get away with a lot thinner wiring. There is enough space in the opening through the mid plate that your battery connector can kind of come through. My recommendation is that you basically wire it up so the EggFinder and the screw switch are one unit. You clip this together through the bottom once you get everything going. So the way this will actually go together is these 2 go right on top of each other, and I've got to figure out how to get my wires to sit in here without interfering with things for the purposes of this video. So these go right on top of each other. Your 2 3/8 screws go right here in the back. You can also see the bottom of your screw switch right there. And so your 2 3/8 go dead center. And help clamp this whole thing together on either side. So we get that whole unit clamped together. And now at this point we're at the make shot cord connection and battery. So your battery, I would recommend, connects through the wall, and your shot cord, just like on our featherweight capsule, can lie in the slots here. So I've got some parachute cord I'll use. So for like 1/8 inch and smaller cord, it fits really well inside this thin one. And for bigger, up to 1/2 inch cord, you can lay that across here. And now what this allows to do is basically your shot cord can follow along the sides of your unit or wrap around your unit, and whenever your shot cord goes tight, the unit is basically just gonna stay on the shot cord here. It may be able to slide up and down on the shot cord. To stop that, I recommend tying a knot above and below where your shot cord slides through the capsule. So you'd make your battery connection, flip this guy over, actually flip the whole thing upside down, and now you've got 6 screw holes on the back for our 1/2 inch screws. Now these are actually going all the way through the unit. So they not only screw through the mid plate, but they screw into our top cover itself to ensure the entire unit is completely sealed and there is no way you could get this thing to come apart. So get a couple of these screwed in here. Another thing you can do is if you screw down just the back two initially, you'll still be able to bend the bottom plate just enough to slide your shot cord in and out, so you don't have to completely disassemble this to get it off your shot cord. But part of this design is also such that we don't have to disassemble this to turn our rocket on and off. That's part of the point of the screw switch, which has an access port in the design, which that access port is the square hole there in the top. So we just screw this entire thing together and everything will clamp in there just like it's supposed to. I'm going to go ahead and leave 2 screws out just because I'm getting tired of screwing this together. There's a lot of screws. If you got a small screwdriver, I recommend you use it. But that's the entire unit. It just turns into this nice little capsule that'll fit perfectly inside a 38mm body tube. I've got one of those right here real quick. So 38mm body tube, and it slides perfectly inside of, so you'll be able to wrap it around as you need. For turning it on and off, you've got the hole here. Larger screwdrivers don't fit as well as smaller screwdrivers, but the size screwdriver you need to turn the switch will fit down inside there. I have tested that. This is just the wrong size screwdriver for that on the desk today. So that is the EggFinder mini capsule. And so if you guys are interested in checking one of these out for any of your high altitude or min diameter designs, there'll be a link in the description below to our website where you can find these. If you've got any comments or questions, please leave them in the description box below. If you really want to help out the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. We just passed 1,000 subscribers, and I am so excited and so thankful for all of you that have chosen to tune in over the last 3 years as we've been on this journey to help build up the rocket community and add new things to it and just go on a rocket journey together. So if you're interested, please consider liking and subscribing. Fly safe. I'll see you all in the next video.